you for joining us at the SMH Group Stadium for one last time. Obviously, a bit different from our normal interviews, but you're last as a Chesterfield player before you move to York City. Can you sum up your emotions from the last couple of weeks?
No, I don't know if I can. No, it's been quite a tough couple of weeks, to be honest. I didn't think I probably would be leaving, but how it's all worked out, I think it was probably the right time to move on. It's been a bit emotional, to be honest.
And we'll look at your second stint here.
Yep.
Obviously, you signed back in 2022, but you left for the first time in 2016. When you left for the first time, was there any doubt in your mind that you'd end back up here at Chesterfield?
I always hoped that I would. And in football, you never know what's round the corner. But I always wanted to come back, and how it's worked out really well. Probably had the best 3 years that I've ever had.
And when the gaffer phoned you up to discuss about bringing you back here, was that the moment where you kind of went, yeah, that's what I want to do, and I want to come back here and help the boys get back up into the Football League?
Yeah, after that conversation, straight away I knew I wanted to come back. Probably the easiest decision that I've ever made, to be honest. I never saw it as dropping back down into the National League. That were never even a thought. Obviously the club had gone through a tough 6 years, and it was always just a case of getting the club back where it belongs.
And looking back at that first interview, obviously the aim was to get back into the Football League, and how important was it to, when you signed on the dotted line, to make that dream a possibility? Yeah,
obviously it was a bit of a dream to come back. A club where I'd spent, I think 3 years before, had so much success. The gaffer told me what he was trying to build here, trying to get us back in the Football League, the players he was signing, and it was just an easy decision. Fantastic set of fans, great people behind the scenes. It just all made sense, and there was never any doubt in my mind that I wanted to come back.
One thing that we also spoke about in that first interview was the fact that you'd left the club on 99 appearances.
Yeah.
Your first appearance was that 100th, and you ended up in goal against Woking Wanderers. What was it about that game that kind of springs to mind for you?
Yeah, the 99 games that never sat right with me. So, like you said, once I got the opportunity to come back and make me 100th game, I didn't think that Lucas were going to get sent off after 20 minutes and I'd end up in net. That was never part of the plan, to be honest. But no, that game was a crazy one. I actually did all right in net for most of the game, and I got a bit excited and come out to punch a ball and cost us. But no, it's nothing but good memories. But obviously this season we've had a lot go off, a lot of injuries. Obviously, the news about Phil. Not going into that because I'll get a bit. But yeah, it's been tough. But to end up in playoffs in his first season back is brilliant.
And we'll touch on that in a few moments this season. But that 2022-23 season, obviously it was a very tough one because you had the likes of Notts County and Wrexham in that brilliant title fight. But to stay kind of in the playoffs, get that home playoff semi-final, and to see this stadium packed out with blue shirts everywhere, it's fantastic to see, wasn't it?
The first season I came back, it was brilliant. Loved it. Unbelievable set of lads. Lads that have obviously left the club now. You got likes of Tom Whelan, Kingy, Quiggs. Just a brilliant set of boys. Loved being a part of it. And you mentioned that road to the playoffs, getting in the playoffs, getting to the final. We'll not speak about the playoff final. That was a tough day. Probably my worst day in football, to be honest. But I think it kind of made the way for us to go and win the league the year after. I think I'm right in saying no team was lost in the playoff finals, come back and won the league.
Yeah, you're right about winning the league from losing the playoffs the year before. No one's done that before or since. And for Chesterfield to then go on and win the league, and as they did, it's just it showed the team spirit, didn't it? Yeah,
it did. We came back in after the playoff final. I think it was on the Tuesday, and Gaffer said to us, obviously everyone's disappointed, everyone's gutted, but we have to use that to go again and do what we want to do and what we need to achieve. And the way we did it was incredible. I think if everyone's honest, we'd had the league won by Christmas. But when you're in it, it doesn't feel like that. I said to friends who play football, we're getting phone calls saying, "Oh, surely you've won the league now." This way in December, January, and you were thinking, no. But we were 20 something points clear. I don't think no one's ever done that. And in the way we did it was incredible.
And when that final whistle went against Bournemouth, what were your emotions, knowing that you'd helped Chesterfield get back into the Football League after so many years in the wilderness?
Yeah, well, it's what I came back to do. And I left the club in League One in 2016, and my aim was to get us back into League One, but obviously I'm not going to be able to do that, which is a bit disappointing. But it's time for a change.
And going on to this season, like you said, it's been a very difficult season in terms of injuries and getting back adapted into League Two, but to get where the team did in the end into the playoffs is a very good achievement. Oh,
it's a brilliant achievement, yeah. I think as a group and the players we've got and everything that surrounds it, we probably feel a bit disappointed we didn't go on and get promoted. But that's just because we've got winners. Gaffer's obviously a winner. We've got lads in here who've got, I think we worked it out, I think there's 30 odd promotions in this squad, so there's lads who've been there and done it, but nothing should be taken away from the achievement of getting into the playoffs, especially back in the league for the first time in quite some time. So yeah, I think it's a good achievement.
And looking back at your time with the club, you came here as a young lad in terms of footballing age. You're leaving here in your 30s now. What does Chesterfield Football Club mean to you?
A hell of a lot. It's probably I put a thing out on Twitter saying it's probably the hardest decision that I've had to do, but.
And it's brilliant to see how much you care about the football club, because obviously it means so much to so many people in the community, and Chesterfield being a football club that is in the heart of the community is something that's always a good thing when you look at football.
Yeah, I've had quite a lot of messages. I've not had too many negative ones, which is nice. It's all been really positive. But I like to be a part of the whole club, not just on the pitch, and it means a lot to me that people notice that. It's going to be tough not coming in here every day, not being a part of it, but like I said before, it's time for a change now, so I'm going to have to get used to it.
And finally, Ollie, do you have one last message for the Sparrows?
Yeah, just thank you for the support over the years. I've loved every minute of it. I'm sad it's over, but happy it's happened.